Let's see how that works. Perfect.
Hello everyone, MGXS here. So I'm really happy to invite you to join us in FT Paris. I'll be dropping some really cool artworks there alongside EXA. I was really happy that EXA invited us to do something there, and I hope you like it.
Hello everybody, Ted here from EXA Market. I'm here with the one and only MGXS, aka Fernando.
Hello guys, nice, good to see you. Hey Ted, how's it going, man? Really good
Oh,
to chat with you, man. As
oh
always.
man, as always, man, it's a pleasure to talk with you. And I think that, this episode is going to be really exciting.
Mhm.
And, because the community have been waiting for a long time to have some news regarding, your art, your designs and so on, because your designs are so appealing. And, you managed to build a community over the past years that is really committed to your vision. So I think that, this is going to be a really special episode with the whole community.
No, no, yeah, I really appreciate that. I feel like super glad to be able to keep doing this stuff, like and find people that also love the same as I love, like doing this stuff, like people who really connects with me, like through art, and I think this is like really, really amazing. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, we can get right into it. So maybe, maybe, your community may wonder, why EXA Market? What is EXA Market? What it is about? So I'm going to explain you guys what is our vision. So EXA Market is a NFT marketplace currently supporting the Algorand blockchain. And our vision is really to empower the creators, the artists, to make them stand out, to make them execute their vision, and to really spend time with them to really understand who they are and what they want to accomplish. Because within the space, there are like a lot of marketplaces. You guys already know OpenSea, LuxRare, Rarible, Blur, and much more. But most of them are really business oriented. So what we really wanted to bring to the table is really focusing on the artists, really, because the space is oversaturated with quantity, and we want to focus on quality. So this is what we tried to bring to you, and maybe Fernando, we can talk about uh, how we actually met. So regarding this, I think that I'm going to share my screen because the community is going to be really excited about this.
Cool, cool.
So here, I'm pretty sure that members of the community know about this piece of art, this one of one from Superior, which is called Outsoft. So what's really funny is I bought this item, I would say in 2021, late 2021, on Superior, because I was following the artifact, what artifact was doing with the Clonex, and I was looking around all the people involved on the creation process. And I came across MGXS, which back then was a mad scientist. I remember the term. I was like, what is this? And so on. And I really understood because I pay attention of what you got involved because you helped the artifact team shape the clonics, if I'm not mistaken. And you were really a strong support for them. And when I dive into what you did previously, I came across the Artsoft and I was blown away on the artistic because the colors are so outstanding and it feels like like in a harmony sense of way. And I believe that this is the first item I would say that led to the Genesis collection.
Mm-hmm.
And what was really cool about Fernando MGXS is that I received a tweet from him saying that he's really happy that I am the new collector, and I did not really expect any type of message from creators because I know that most of the creators are busy, but Fernando really took the time to send messages to his collectors, and I felt really grateful about this. And from that, we started talking about different type of things, having call on Google Meet, and I would say that 6 months ago we started to really thinking about how we could work together, and that was the beginning of it. Last month we met at in Portugal in Lisbon, and regarding this was really a genuine experience, really organic.
Yeah, totally, man. Totally. If I can add something, I think as this evolved in a really like nice way, it wasn't anything like it was really genuine, like true minds coming together and thinking how we can collaborate. I think was um, yeah. Whenever we had like our chats was something always like super super nice and super simple at the same time, like about life and about the stuff that we love and in our background. I think this really helped me a lot to connect with you a lot and feel like oh wow, like there's something different here. So yeah, for me it was like uh, like why not do stuff with people that is like super cool, like. And for me was really nice to be able to make this drop. Just like when as small parentheses, like on the Clonex, I think like I didn't do much, like I just help a little, like little things here and there. They have like a super strong and like amazing team. So yeah, I just did few things to help them out. But happy to always like collaborate with them. They are really nice people, and they always help me like so much, a lot. So it's like amazing. And going back to the drop, yeah, I think is like it is like super exciting, like to try something is likely like not it's likely fresh, in a way that I don't think I think it was a really like a good opportunity, like the space is amazing, like, and tailor all this, like, like all this experience to be something really special. So that's why I felt like I felt super glad to be part of it.
Yes, I really like this because most of the businesses, are really money driven, and what we built together is something that came from a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
from trust that we built, over the year. And
Yes.
I think that this is really important to the direction of this work as well, assemble us. And regarding this, because right now we also have the Algon community
Mm-hmm.
that is, really interested into about what you are building. So I would say that, you are currently maybe the biggest artist that came from another ecosystem that comes into the Algon ecosystem, which is really huge because the Algon ecosystem is really tiny compared to Ethereum, Solana, or other chains. So there is an opportunity as well to do something different in unknown, I would say, territory.
Mm-hmm.
And regarding this, maybe you can talk about your previous work. All the things that you worked on, your design process, so that people can understand who you are, which is really important.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, I think it's like, I'm really glad. I mean, it's really cool. Yeah, so I guess if you can, yeah,
Yes,
nice. Yeah, that's cool. So I mean, if you see, like, this is from like when is this, like, 2013? So 2013. So it's kind of like, this is like 2013. So it's like kind of like, I think for me it like marks the start of like my career, in terms of like I've been working in animation for like since like for almost like 16 years now, I guess, something like this, or even more. And but this was like kind of like the start of my journey, as like that later I'll realize that, like, okay, this is like being an artist. So I always like being like experimenting with like totally like random and kind of different ways of like creating things. Like, this is, for example, like VHS. Like, this is like a kind of also like VHS, but this was like a Super Nintendo cartridge that I wrote the images on the cartridge, so I can like control with like the SNES. So I was like doing like experimenting, trying to do like some crazy stuff. Like, you can always see that I always go back to like different types of languages. For example, sometimes more graphical, sometimes more hard shape, sometimes uh, yeah, like always trying to like figure out. This is my son, so it's like always trying to like find some, like, what drives me, what makes me like interested, what feels fresh. Like, there are so many explorations here. Like, just trying. This was, I guess, more to define uh, like where I would move forward. You see here, like, you can start to see. Where is it? I think it's like up. So, for example, like, you can start to see along my career starting to develop some shapes. These shapes are the ones that are also like helped on like on later on in my career. You can also find like these like type of like paintings, but it's like everything, like, this is like a 3D model with like some like 3D lines that renders there to have this feeling of like of a brush. Like, always like doing some experimentations, trying to find the aesthetic that I like. Like, you can see, like, go over and over this, like, and then here is where I start to play more with the hard surface stuff. Like, yeah, this is like all auto generated, and then I start to do just like auto generated stuff. Uh, So yeah, basically this is like like a generator that generates all these different 3D geometries. And then I started applying this to more human figures. And then it's like when the Genesis started, um, and always like trying to combine these two elements, the hard surface and the paint. You can see that it's always repeating. This is like one of the most hard, like the hardest, one of the hardest things that I have ever done is like super high simulations, like always carrying like also this physicality and this the material of the paint itself, you know, and then going back again to more of the hard surface, and it works with animation as well. That is quite important to me. And yeah, and then over and over again, over and over. You know, it's kind of like I was like opening like different paths and trying to refine the visuals more and more until like I did this one. There's the one that you acquired, and this kind of like is where I found that I felt that I found like something that feels mine. You know, like. So like, and then from there, just like escalated like a lot until I kind of did my drop of the Genesis collection. There was I produced like 15,000 of these, and then let people choose from the pool the ones that they like in a specific way, and and I did this as NFTs, and you can find on OpenSea as GNSS. So you can see like every single one is like completely unique. Uh, it was released on this website. It was like super nice to do, like quite challenging as well. It's kind of like a super massive like project. Like uh, there's also like the stuff on my super hair. There was the same language. I think like now I feel that I have like this language, and also there was like portraits that I dropped just after for just holders of the Genesis collection. Yeah, here's some like examples of the Genesis collection. It's quite crazy, like to think that there's 10,000 of these, and each one is like unique. So it's like, yeah, I'm a little bit crazy, but was really nice to do. But yeah, I mean, and now we have this thing that we tried to like combine all these things in a smaller drop to be able to, you know, like refine the idea. So that's why I thought it was really nice to do it with EXA and kind of explore this a little bit further. So yeah, not sure if this explains a little bit, gives a little bit of
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely, man.
maybe it's too much. Sorry if it's too much, but yeah, I mean, I just feel like that I feel nice that I could combine these two things that I have been pursuing, uh, and I feel is a natural. It's kind of like it feels like a little bit of like more experimental work, and yeah, it feels very nice to me to be able to experiment, um, yeah, with different ways. So basically, uh, this is all the same process, like generating these robots and then applying some AI on top of it. So I can show you here the a little bit about the collection. So it's composed by the heart, who is kind of like the heart of the piece itself, and you have like 6 different sets. Each set composed by 8 pieces. So you have Crimson, Indigo, Marigold, Bismuth, East Hue, and Aquamarine. And you also have like for each one of them, you have like instinct, sight, sense, breath, thought, perception, reach, and touch. So for me, like I mean, there's also like some details that the people who join us in NFT Paris will be able to see, right, Ted? So
Absolutely.
yeah. So should I show a little bit now?
I think that you can give them a little bit.
Okay, okay. So kind of like what we were preparing was trying to do something really special and something that feels nice and cool and fresh, you know. So these pieces they work as 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 individuals, but they also work as a whole. So this is just like the one of the first sketches that we did. So basically, this is where the heart goes, and on the back, like this piece, the sets get together and they form like a unique piece. That is just that will be able you whoever goes to NFT Paris will be able to see it fully assembled, and that's why I'm. And then there's other details that you might be able to see in local. Uh, but yeah, I mean that's why it's called assemblers, because if you want to, you can assemble whatever you want with these pieces. But they also like are beautiful as individual pieces as well. Yeah, I'm super happy to to what we achieved. So
Yeah, man. The thing that I really love about you is that you really experiment everything. Everything I would say that you renew yourself because you have no constraint, no limits, and I feel that the NFT space, Web3 space, is all about experimentation. We
mhm.
don't even know how it is going to end up in the next years. So I think that the fact that you manage to create artwork that by themselves are already amazing, really abstract, but when you put them together, you get something much more meaningful. And I really like this aspect because there is a type of storytelling because you have the art that is powering,
Mhm.
the system. And I really love, about this type of aspects. And I think that, it is really genius what you did. And the fact that, for NFT Paris, you are going to have a physical representation of your work is really, amazing. Amazing. And hopefully, people that can attend NFT Paris will see, what you are made of because they are going to be able to contemplate your art, to experiment it differently because we used to experiment it, with the screen and so on. So when you have something physical, tangible, it gets to the next level. And I feel that, the NFT space is oversaturated with a lot of things that sounds the same. So what you bring to the table is really different, really special, and I feel that people are going to resonate with it.
Yeah, for me the experimentation is kind of the core of everything I do. It's kind of like doesn't make any sense for me, like with all this technology, like every single day there's something new. Like I don't believe that we should be constrained by it's just like I feel that in some parts we is a wild west where like things are crazy, but also like it has like loads of freedom, you know. And I mean, it's not because as the freedom is not because it's like a wild west. It's, the freedom is because the technology allows it, and it's kind of like we. I feel that we need really embrace this and really try to experiment, because nobody knows what's gonna be the really cool stuff in the next 5 years. Like everything's like has been like so unpredictable. We're speeding the whole the whole world like in a crazy fast way that is almost impossible to predict what really gonna stay and what really can happen. So the best thing we can do is kind of like use this opportunity to experiment, and I'm pretty sure the more we experiment, the more cool things we're gonna find, you know. So yeah, I don't see why not doing like things differently. Imagine if just let's say like 50%, no, 50% is a lot, but like let's say half of the space, or every single agent is doing something different from the other, then we have like all this diversity. Like so this that's why I think like people like you and other friends that I know as well, that've been doing like different stuff. I think this is magnificent. I think um, that's the way to go, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that because regarding EXA Market, we did not want to just create another marketplace to just copy paste like most of the people are doing, and
Mm-hmm.
we really want to start small,
Mm-hmm.
but doing it the right way
Mm-hmm.
because the I would say that the most valuable asset is attention.
Mm-hmm.
So if we really use this resource to talk to creators, to artists, to understand their needs and to understand their main pain points,
Mm-hmm.
we could create something that really impacts the NFT space because to me we have to
Mm-hmm.
experiment to try and see what we could create because I think that this is the essence of innovation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really glad that we are collaborating on this. To me, this is kind of unreal. I would never imagine that that would be possible that we collaborate on this. And this is the beauty of Web3.
Mm-hmm.
Web3 is full of opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this is really beautiful. And regarding your drop, there is something special that you are doing as well. Regarding the donation that you
Mm-hmm.
want to do. Maybe
So yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So yeah, I think that's also like one thing that me and the friends who help me as well, like we always been discussing. Um, so it's kind of like how kind of like bring awareness to other stuff that sometimes is not talked about. I think one of the key aspects for in my career was like when I was kind of like, I think it's something like 9 years old. I remember I went to my cousins and they were playing Aladdin on like on a Windows 3.1, like super old. But that time was like something like wow, you know, like. And I remember seeing like I mean, if you see, it's basically like these colors here are straight out of like the palette from Aladdin. They are kind of like forged in my head, you know, like they just always kind of like, I always look at it and I will always like feel this, like sounds like so, it looks like super nice. And and this exposure to the to the technology made totally changed my way and my point of view. And it just I just saw that thing and like I need to experience this like often. And later on this became my you know, like doing images and creating artworks is my career. So it's my career now. So it's kind of like for me, like if it wasn't by Aladdin in Windows 3.1, I might never be here. So that's why we're doing like this partnership with let me just open here real quick with Libraries Without Borders. That is in a French institution. That is in French. I guess you can help me, Ted, on how to pronounce properly
Yes,
their
it is a Bibliothèque Sans Frontières.
okay, Bibliothèque Sans Frontières. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we just had like some chats, and I just like realized that what they do and what they actually do, they bring like computers. They have like these idea boxes. So they send these boxes to kind of like they are sending now to Ukraine, to Turkey. Like they have like people in the places doing helping children, helping kids to kind of like be exposed to different to technology and different realities. And I think is kind of for me it was really a no-brainer. Like it's kind of like I need to bring attention to this as well. So that's why uh, for of the we donating 50% of the sales to their cause to help them, and this is just a starting just a start for the collaborations that we're gonna do with them. So yeah, I'm really happy to putting this thing together and be able to help other people. And I'm really happy that I found you, Ted, that has this vision. And I really happy as well that I found like BSF to converge all this energy in something like super meaningful as well. And yeah, tap all these dots that for me like it's just I just feel like super glad that I'm able to do that. Like how could I imagine me with 9 years old could imagine in doing something like this? Like believing by doing my art and also like supporting youth as well. Like people that also like innovating, but also like give maybe start in give a little bit of a spark to the next generations as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with all of this. I couldn't yeah it's just I feel so glad to be able to do this.
You know, I really love, this aspect from you because I feel that, as an artist, you're really, having an impact in the people's life because you use your art as a means of communication. And the thing that I feel that you want to give back to the people, to the community. And the thing is that sometimes, when we want to create great stuff, we have to focus to stay
Hmm.
locked in. And sometimes we neglect the other aspect of life. And I feel that, you are already having this mindset of, okay, I'm building something. People know about what I do. So you are becoming a platform by yourself. So you are in a position to help others. And I feel that, this is the best part of our collaboration. Because on the NFT space, most of the people are all about speculating, um, flipping NFTs, making money. They don't really care about the messages.
Hmm.
And I like, what you are doing. And from the get-go, you even specified in your roadmap that art is the utility. Like,
Hmm.
do not expect anything from it. And I think that people has to, how can I put this together, like think that with what we have, the Web3 technology, the NFTs, we can move differently
Yes.
from other industries.
So that's exactly the point. The point is like kind of there's no just one point of view in how things should be done. Like there's a plenty. So that's what I'm trying to do, like on every single level. Like trying to create stuff like with the physical in a different way. Try every single aspect, trying to do something different, just to show like less. I do feel that, being really honest, I do feel that one of the aspects that drives me to do things like that is kind of, I sometimes have a feeling of that we don't face any problems with like technology and kind of like with the stuff. What I think what we really face is like a problem in creativity. Like we face like a shortage of creativity. Like because people are trapped in this like daily thing, so they can't stop and look outside and see other stuff and something that maybe doesn't make sense for other people but makes sense for another part of people that is not aware of. So it's kind of like so for me it's important to tap all these things, because there's many other ways to read the world and to see things. And I had like really nice connections with some groups based in France as well. Like it's worldwide, but some of them are based in France. They have a totally different view of the NFT market and how we can use it and how we can expand. Like there's it feels that, for example, there's only one way, but I feel that we have like so many ways of doing the same stuff, and some of these ways can be beneficial to more people, that is not just me or you, like, but can benefit a bigger and wider audience. So I think yeah, I mean, I'm really keen to do these things, because if no one else wants to try, I'm happy to put my work in service of like these things as well, because for me uh, that's the space I would love to be part of, not just be alone. So but of course, like people is free to do whatever they want. So if they like to more the monetary aspect, so they feel free to do it, but we should be also free to go the other directions as well, because everyone has their own point of view. And uh, yeah, I just feel like there's more ways of seeing the same thing. So
Yeah, absolutely, man. I could not agree more with that. And because I feel that the narrative is slowly but steadily changing, because on the past few weeks we saw that a lot of donation of NFTs to museums in
mhm,
France, in the US. So this is really amazing that right now we feel that there is a door that is opening for the NFT ecosystem, that people are starting to understand
mhm,
the the NFTs, what NFTs could do for the people. Um, and I think that this is great that you are also thinking that way, thinking big, that we can be we can do much more with NFTs. And regarding NFT Paris, I hope that the community will really appreciate the time, because you are going to be with us at the EXA Market booth with the physical sculpture. And for the members of the community that who are in Europe, they will be able to interact with you.
mhm,
So interacting with an artist is really important, and I feel that we can build a much stronger connection.
mhm,
Yes, we have Twitter, yes, we have Discord, but when we can meet in real life, this is like much more appealing, I would say. And maybe, I can touch base because right now I'm seeing like, a lot of questions on the chat. Before moving to the questions, maybe I can, just share a little bit about EXA Markets for the people that want to participate in the drop, because the drop is starting this Friday. And here I'm just going to share.
Yes,
Just 1 second.
over.
Let's see. All right. Awesome. So this is EXA Market. So we on EXA Market, we launched about 3 months ago, and we started with the secondary marketplace, where you can see all the NFTs listed on the Algorand ecosystem. And it is really, similar to what you can see on other marketplaces, but we really focus on having a simple onboarding system when you can sign in and have an account, an Algorand account set up in just a few clicks. So for example, you can use providers like Pira Wallet and MyAlgo, which are equivalent to MetaMask. So pretty much the same flow, where you have to create an account, export your mnemonic, and so on. So which is really non-custodial. So you own your assets, but you can do it as well with your email, and this is as well non-custodial, and you will be able to export as well your mnemonic. So it is really simple to get onboarded within the Algorand ecosystem. And maybe what I will do right now is just give you like some example. So I'm just going to click on Twitter. Let's see. I will do it with the EXA Market account. All right. And right now, I have an Algorand account set up. So anybody can do it really quick with their Twitter, Google Auth. And right now, I have my Algorand account, and this is the address. So this is a 58 characters and numbers address, alphanumeric address. And right now, what you can do is to add funds. So you can directly deposit algo from exchanges, from Binance, KuCoin, or other exchanges, or directly buy here algo with credit cards, Apple Pay, Google Pay. So really straightforward to get into the Algorand ecosystem. And regarding the MGXS drop, we are going to start with an auction, and the auction is going to be the art, because I saw that some people were asking if the art is a seed, like for the Genesis drop. No, it is not a seed. So this is going to be the very first item that is going to be put on auction at NFT Paris at 3 p.m. CET on Friday, and the auction is going to last for 24 hours. And the price of the auction is going to start at 4,000 USD in algo. So you will have to have some algo on your account. And following that, these pieces, these single pieces are going to be dropped. Following that on,
I'm not sure you can see your screen. I think it's.
let's see. Oh, okay, it's not showing anymore. Let me see 1 second. Let's see. Can you see right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will just stop sharing again, and just pull it back
Or,
together. Share screen, because I have to change the. Okay. Can you see it?
yeah.
Yes. So here we have the heart that is going to be put on auction with a starting bid at 4,000 USD in algo. And following that, we are going to have the single pieces, like so, that MGXS shared previously. And this is going to start on February 28th, so right after on February 27 with 8 pieces, then February 28 6 pieces, and so on. So there are going to be a total of 36 pieces on sale from February 27 to March 6, and they are going to be at a fixed price of 2,000 USD in Algo. Yes, so I'm going back to the presentation. Yes. So do you want to add something about it?
I guess I just want to say that um, yeah, the 10 of the pieces that are left, not left, but they put aside for the GNSS community. That's gonna happen after the sales on EXA. I guess for this we're gonna give you more details, like as we move, just like to focus on the auction and the drop on EXA.
Yes, absolutely. And if you guys have any question, do not hesitate to ask question directly on Twitter or Discord. And we have a team that is that is really ready to answer any type of question, because we want the process to be really easy, straightforward. And I think that you guys are going to be amazed, because we are going to share as well during NFT Paris how it is going to be. So our Twitter space are going to be really active with pictures, videos, because a lot of media are going to be there. And I think that this is going to be amazing. And right now I'm looking at different type of question. Let's see. Oh man, there are like so many great comments. Uh, let's see. There is something that we did not talk about, is regarding the airdrop.
Mm-hmm.
So there are going to be like some pieces that you reserve for your Genesis community.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you can talk about this, because I think that a lot of holders want to know how you are going to proceed uh, with the airdrop.
Yeah, I mean, no, sorry, I think I lost your.
Yes, it is regarding the airdrop, because we reserved like some pieces. We
Mm-hmm.
reserved like 10 pieces that you could possibly airdrop to your Genesis community.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you can talk a little bit about this, how you're going to proceed with a big time.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna airdrop some sort of like a raffle, as same as we did previously with portrait series. So yeah, I mean, the only things we need to really check is like how we're gonna do it, like to select stuff on Ethereum to drop on Algorand. So kind of we might need to do the raffle first, and then reach out people to ask them to set up their wallet in the EXA, and then airdrop from there. So I think it's gonna be something like this.
Yes, absolutely, because on EXA Market it is pretty straightforward for
Mm,
us to airdrop this item to you guys, and the user experience is pretty fast compared to Ethereum as well, because the main advantages on being on Algorand is in terms of performance.
mm-hmm,
So it takes like less than 4 seconds to confirm a transaction, and the transaction fee are really low,
mm-hmm,
really small compared to Ethereum. And Algorand is a sustainable and green blockchain, which is
mm-hmm.
really important for us to create a project, an appealing project for the long run. And I think that this is it. We covered everything, and then I'm really exciting to meet you at NFT Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that your community is going to feel what we built together over the past months. And I think this is it, man. Almost there.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's gonna be really cool. I'm really looking forward to meet you guys there, and yeah, hopefully, like everyone will enjoy the pieces. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. So thank you guys for your time. Really appreciate this moment, this type of vibe, and looking forward to seeing you at NFT Paris.
See you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.